What's up, beautiful people? Today I've got some numbers that are going to blow your mind, and they're going to change everything you think you know about Las Vegas real estate market right now. Now here's what everybody's talking about. Home prices are up 4.3% year over year, with our median sales price jumping from $460 to $485. But here's the kicker that nobody is telling you. While prices went up, guess what else happened? Inventory exploded by 33%. We went from 5,379 homes for sale to 7,154 homes, and the days on market jumped 35% from 17 days to 23 days. And I think last month, the days on market went up even more. We now have 3.6 months supply versus a 2.8 month supply last year. And new listings are up nearly 18%. So here's the million-dollar question. How are prices still going up? When we have more inventory, homes are sitting longer, and there's clearly more supply than demand. As someone who's been working this market every single day, I'm going to tell you exactly what's happening behind these numbers, because the story they tell is not what you're hearing in the headlines. And it's definitely not what most agents are telling their clients. The paradox: prices went up 4.3%, but inventory up 33%. This doesn't make sense on the surface. The reality check: sales are essentially flat. The buyer advantage: homes selling for 98% of list price versus 98.7% last year. Negotiation power is returning to the buyers. The timelines shift: 23 days on market versus 17 days. Buyers have more time to think now. Let's solve this market paradox. So how do we have prices going up by 4.3% while inventory is up 33%? This goes against everything we know about supply and demand, right? Well, here's what's really happening. Number one, the interest rate lock-in effect. The biggest factor nobody's talking about: we have thousands of homeowners sitting on a 2.5 to 3.5% mortgage rate who simply won't sell or don't want to sell. Why would you? Think about it. If you have a $400,000 home with a 3% mortgage rate, your payment is around $1,700. That same buyer today is paying a 6.7, 6% depending. Their payment jumps to $2,600. That's nearly $1,000 more per month. It's all about purchasing power and what buyers can afford per month. So who is selling? People who have to sell. Job relocations, divorces, estate sales, investors cashing out, and we're seeing a lot of that. These aren't discretionary sellers testing the market. These are motivated sellers who need to move regardless of interest rates. Number two, the institutional investor hangover. From my research, institutional investors bought over 131,000 homes in Las Vegas since 2000. That's roughly 23% of all sales activity. During the peak in 2022, they were buying over 4,200 homes per quarter. That's a lot of homes. Now, they've essentially stopped buying. But here's the key: they're not selling either. They're holding these properties as rentals, which means the inventory is permanently off the market. So even though we have more listings than last year, we're still dealing with artificially constrained supply. So we are seeing some investors sell, but just not the institutional ones. We're seeing the average investor sell, your second homes, your vacation homes. We're seeing a lot of those sell because a lot of these personal investors or these small investors are seeing the shift in the market and they're getting a little scared, which I understand, but I don't agree with, because I think the Las Vegas market is still strong. And when APRs do drop, or the rates do drop, I think we're gonna see a little bit of an influx in buyers and the market level out again, and this adjustment will go away and we'll probably stay flat for a little while. Number three, the quality buyer effect. Here's something I'm seeing daily. Today's buyers are better qualified than we've seen in years. Why? Because only people who can truly afford these payments at these rates are in the market. We're not seeing the speculative buying or stretch financing that characterize previous markets like in 23, 22, these qualified buyers are willing to pay for the right property, which keeps prices stable even as inventory increases. Now, what does this mean? For buyers, you're getting your power back. Negotiation is returning. We dropped from 98.7 to about 97% of list price. That might seem small, but it represents thousands of dollars and sometimes tens of thousands of dollars, depending on your price point. Time to think. 23 days on market versus 17 days means you have more time to inspect the property and to shop around. Choice is back. 7154 homes to choose from versus 5379 of last year. And I did all this research about a month ago, and that's went up quite a bit since. That's about $2,000 more options. It's actually $1,775, but right now, like I said, in this last month, more homes have been on market and more homes are sitting on market. For sellers, here's the reality check. These days of overpricing and getting multiple offers are largely over. You need to price competitively from day one. Condition and presentation matter more than ever. You might need to help with closing costs or offer other incentives to even get people to come look at your property. Now let's talk about the real challenges that are shaping our Las Vegas market right now. Because while we just solved the price inventory paradox, there are some underlying issues that every buyer and seller need to understand. Challenge number one, the interest rate reality. We're sitting about 6.5% to 7% for your 30-year fixed mortgage about a month ago. Compare that to the 2.5 to 3% rate that we saw during the pandemic, all the way up to about 2023 at the start of it. And you'll understand why buyers' behavior has completely changed. From my web research, mortgage rates are expected to stay around 6.4% through the second half of 2025, potentially dropping to 6.1% by 2026, hopefully. That's still double that what we saw just 3 years ago. So it's a shift, but it's not a big shift. Challenge number two, the inventory quality issue. Yes, we have 33% more inventory, but here's what I'm seeing in the field today. A lot of these homes are either overpriced properties that have been sitting or homes that need significant work, hence overpriced. The move-in ready, well-priced homes are still selling quickly. Challenge number three, affordability crisis. With our median home price being $485,000, the current interest rates, buyers now need to earn approximately $114,000 annually to qualify for a median home. That's pricing out a significant portion of our local workforce. If you don't know me yet, my name is Shane Judge. I'm a real estate advisor out here in the greater Las Vegas area. I help people like you relocate, buy, sell, and invest in real estate in my beautiful city. So if it's your first home, your second home, you're an investor, or you're looking for that beautiful luxury property, or you want to do a custom build, I can definitely help you with that because I've done them all. So if you got some value from this video, please hit that like button, smash subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you never miss out on a new educational video about buying or selling real estate here in the greater Las Vegas area. And with that said, let's continue with our video. Now let's talk about deeper contributing factors. Population growth dynamics. Las Vegas has seen incredible population growth, up 3.64% from the last census according to my research. But here's what's interesting. We're getting a different type of migration now. During the pandemic, we saw massive influxes from California, bringing cash buyers who drove up prices. Now we're seeing more measured migration, retirees from California, and people seeking tax advantages. These buyers are more price conscious and less likely to overpay. Actually, they're not gonna overpay at all. They're gonna underpay. Everybody wants the deals these days because they're reading the headlines. And they know that there's more inventory than there are buyers. But here's a concerning part. According to the Wells Fargo recent report, Las Vegas employees have been reducing headcount for 6 consecutive months. As of late 2024, with unemployment rising, this creates uncertainty in the housing market. And then you have the tourism economy impact. I know you're seeing these things on social media talking about the casinos are overpriced, because they definitely are. Casino foot traffic is down 20%. From pre-pandemic levels. The visitor volume dropped 6.5% in May of 2025 Compared to 2024, this affects not just direct tourism jobs, but the ripple effect through construction, retail, and service industries that support our housing market. We're seeing a shift in buyer behavior. The buyers I'm working with today are completely different from 2021 to 2023, even 2024. They're more cautious. They've been doing thorough inspections, negotiating repairs, and taking time to decide. And they're asking more for repairs. They're not scared to ask to lose the deal and lose the property to someone else. Now the sellers are scared to lose the property and not get another buyer. Better qualified. Lenders are being stricter, so we're seeing fewer deals fall through due to financing. Now these buyers are value focused. They want move-in ready homes or significant discounts for fixer-uppers. Rate sensitivity is a thing. Many are waiting for rates to drop or looking for builder incentives with rate buydowns. The new construction factor. Builders are offering aggressive incentives. I'm seeing 2-1 buy down starting at 4.49% APR, closing costs of up to $15,000, and other creative financing with new construction homes. But new home permits are down 17% from last year. The builders are being more selective about new projects, but there's still a ton of new projects out there, don't get me wrong. Based on everything I'm seeing on the ground and the data we've analyzed, here's where I see our Las Vegas market heading. For the next 6 months or the rest of 2025, continue market balancing with slight favor towards buyers, depending on which demographic you're in. Because our luxury market is doing pretty well. It's a slight adjustment, but not as much as the lower demographics. I see price growth slowing to 1 to 3% annually, much more sustainable. Inventory levels stabilizing from around 3 to 4 months of supply, more negotiation opportunities for buyers. Now the 2026 outlook, if mortgage rates do drop to that predicted 6.1%, we could see renewed buyer activity. But I don't expect a return to the frenzied market of 2021 or 2022. The new normal will be more balanced with both buyer and sellers needing to be strategic. So our market's long-term fundamentals will remain strong because we live in a state where there's no income tax that continues to attract residents and businesses. Economic diversification beyond tourism is accelerating. Las Vegas remains affordable compared to some of the coastal California markets. Infrastructure improvements and major developments are always going on in Vegas. I mean, our state flower is the road cone, the big orange ones you see. We see them everywhere out here. What this means for you, buyers, this is the best market we've seen in 3+ years, but you still need to be prepared and decisive. So if you see that great turnkey property that's priced just right, I promise you it's not gonna last long. Now you sellers out there, you need to price competitively. Present your home well in the best possible lighting and be prepared to negotiate. Investors, opportunities are emerging, especially in rental properties as homeownership becomes less accessible. The paradox explained, prices up 4.3% despite 33% more inventory due to interest rates lock-in effects. Institutional investors' holdings and quality buyers' behavior. Market transition. We're moving from an unstable seller's market to a more balanced environment. Actually, right now it's kind of a buyer's market depending on what demographic you're in. Challenges remain. High interest rates, affordability issues, and economic uncertainties are real factors. Opportunities exist for the right buyers and sellers with the right strategies who are aligned with an agent that can help you with those strategies. The bottom line, this isn't a crash, it's a correction. And a correction creates opportunities for those who understand what's really happening. Now I wanna hear from you. What are you seeing in your neighborhood? Are you thinking about buying or selling? What questions do you have about timing the market? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single comment and sometimes they often inspire me to do my next video about their comment. And if you found this video helpful, make sure you subscribe with the notifications on because I release new market updates every quarter or so, or every time the market actually shifts on the ground here, not just in the headlines. If you're ready to make a move in this market, whether buying or selling, don't try to navigate these waters alone. The strategy that worked in the past will hurt you in 2025. Reach out to me directly. My contact information is in the description below. All right, beautiful people, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. And as always, stay curious, keep exploring, and I'll see everybody on the next one.